I'm an undergraduate teaching assistant for Anatomy and Physiology 1. Joints have two main classifications. Each of those have further classifications, but today we are going to focus on synovial joints. There are 4 categories of synovial joints, and across those 4 categories we have 6 synovial joints. We are going to relate this to volleyball. So the first synovial joint category is plane, and here we have the gliding joint, which you can find in your carpals. This joint allows you to wave to your friends, but in volleyball it can also help you reach further. So if I'm standing here and you're standing directly across from me, and instead of spiking the ball straight towards me, you spike it this way, I would block. I would have my hands pointed this way, but I would also flick my wrist so I have a little bit more of a reach. I know it seems small, but as a middle blocker, it does make a difference. So the second synovial joint category is uniaxial, and we have 2 joints here. We have the hinge and we have the pivot. With the hinge, we can find that in your elbows, and this allows for flexion and extension. So in volleyball, to set, you would need to flex and then bring the ball up. So here's a demo. So the next synovial joint is the pivot joint, and this allows for rotation. An example of this is C1 and C2. And again, this allows for rotation. So how does this relate to volleyball? So funny story, I was in the back row and a spiker on the other side spiked the ball towards my face, and in that split second, instead of using my hands or avoiding the ball altogether, I decided that I would try to receive the ball with my face. So using the pivot joint, I turned my face this way, and I allowed the ball to hit me over here. The ball didn't end up going that high, and it hurt a lot. So just play smart. The third synovial joint category is biaxial, and the 2 synovial joints in this category are condylar and saddle. You can find your condylar joints here, and this allows for flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, and circumduction. In volleyball, when you spike, you use your condylar joints to flex so that the ball goes more down. So it would look something like this. So here's a better example of what I was talking about. The second biaxial joint is your saddle joint, which is associated with your thumb. This allows for flexion, extension, adduction, and abduction. So going back to blocking and spiking, you want your hands spread out. The saddle joint allows the thumb to spread out. It allows the thumb to do that. The last category is multi-axial, and here you can find the ball and socket joint, which you can find here and here. The ball and socket joint allows for the most movement, range motion movement, and here you can flex, extend, abduct, adduct, internally rotate, externally rotate, and then circumduction. This wide range of motion allows spikers to spike the ball at different angles. And so, here's a demo. To warm up before you play a game of volleyball, people usually pepper. Peppering is basically keeping the ball alive between you and another person, but also emphasizing the fundamentals of volleyball, which are bumping, setting, and spiking. I have my friend here and we are going to pepper for a little bit. To the viewers at home, I want you to observe my movements and consider what is allowing me to do so. Thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Roz, signing out.